Hi everyone, I'm Russ from White China and welcome back to our channel. 10 years ago, before I came to China, when I heard the word China, I had a lot of misconceptions. I thought here is super crowded, it's very polluted, I thought it's not a safe country. I even thought that people have pandas at their home and just in the streets. But after coming here and spending a few years here, I found out that the reality is a little bit different than what I heard. So today I decided to go on the street and ask people, what's the misconceptions they had about China before coming here? And has it changed after they came, lived here, and saw the people here? Well, that's what I'm gonna find out today. So join me for an exciting episode of White China Street.
When you go to China, everyone looks the same.
Everything is kind of like 80s. Can't go anywhere and do anything. That was my impression.
I was imagining a lot of kind of robots.
以为中国人都吃的都是那种虫子啊，或者是很奇奇怪怪的那些东西。
The cartoons turn into the worst. My mind was, okay, when I get to China, I'm gonna see these kind of traditional old buildings, the temples.
大家都在说这个，你去那边必须要学中国的功夫。
I've seen a few, but it's not like you'll see it everywhere and everybody's doing it.
I never thought like Chinese people, they are very interested in Indian Bollywood movies. They have seen like more movies of Amir Khan than I do. They ask me, oh, have you seen this movie? I don't know this movie. How come you see this movie?
I've met a lot of Chinese people who think that, oh, your country is very hot. And I said, no. It's not that. It's not what you think. The last time we experienced 29 degrees in Ghana was in 2015. The temperature was so high. You feel like the heat is hitting you like on fire from up.
Most of Chinese people, they not able to drink much.
It's like way different, you know. Like I realized maybe they drinking even like much more than beer drinking. About beer, they're like it's like water. Baijiu, it's like horrible. We're drinking vodka, yeah, free, just like from me, you know. I can't drink this baijiu. This smell like make me crazy, you know. Prepare lunch and they're like, okay, let's drink. I'm like, goodness, I just woke up. How I can drink like baijiu at 12 and I'm like drunk in the middle of the day. You waste your day. Okay, that's cool.
Been here 3 years.
4 years.
Cool. And what about you?
She's just been here 4 months.
In America, it's a lie. There's no such thing as orange chicken and Mandarin chicken here in China. But the food is actually really good. They actually are not racist. They don't know. They're curious. Share love by being all in your face with the cameras and everything. What are you? What is this? So handsome.
I thought everybody here could speak English, so it was kind of unexpected and surprising that they couldn't. 中国男孩很害羞接触，然后就发现他们更害羞，而且中国男孩我觉得很体贴，我很喜欢。我特别想找到一个中国男朋友，来了之后就想要了。
It used to be like this, like people think, okay, everything in China is being copied. It's not the original thing. If you want a like cheaper thing, you just go for Chinese brand. Recently, this became different, like Xiaomi, Huawei, and all those brands. It's always getting better and better.
The main misconceptions about China come from two areas. First is the general media, the movies, the shows that you watch, which tell you things about the situation here in China, how the people behave, how it's kind of maybe underdeveloped, or maybe it's very crowded, or how the weather is like, or how the people look. And people create judgments about Chinese people through these channels.
People are not really short, like you got different heights.
It's crowded, but I don't think they're not behaved because there's so much people in China. You must go. If you don't move, you can stand on the other streets half an hour.
Second, most misconceptions come from a massive information gap about China. The limit of channels to understand China makes people have a very narrow-minded outlook and perspective of this country and its people. For example, some people will take one person or one tourist or one student's behavior as something that represents the entire nation. But actually, in many cases, like many other countries, it's not the case. And so, these perspectives become a lot of people's deeply rooted thinking and perspective on China and its people.
They've been there, they saw something and they saying, okay, it's common thing.
You're getting it from the older generations, like what they grew up saying.
People in the mindset, there's heroes and villains, and people that are Americans consider their government to be the hero and the Chinese to be the villain, and the opposite way around, where the Chinese consider their government to be the heroes and the Americans to be the villains. When you take it down to the bare bones as people, you can realize that that animosity doesn't necessarily exist.
It would be like best for everyone, like after high school, do like 1 year abroad. I feel like it was really important to me because before I was just like, yeah, I don't care, like whatever. I noticed that I changed a lot in China. All of the things that I like doing, I couldn't do in Austria. Also, my brother and my parents were like, yeah, why did you change so much? Like, why are you not normal anymore? The only thing that really like solved it was coming back to China.
I think a lot of people are starting to study abroad. They're starting to open themselves up to having this experience and to see what it's about because they've seen it happen on TV. So they're like, oh, this place looks interesting. Let's go to Australia. Let's go to China. But China's not the #1 place to go to for Westerners.
Confucius Institute, right? It's not only about learning Chinese, it's also about spreading Chinese culture.
I went online and I asked my friends, what do you think China's like and what do you think Chinese people are like? So they responded and I'm like, oh my god, that's so stereotypical. But then I went to investigate these things, if they're true or not, because some things might be true in some kind of way, but they need to be explained. So I decided to start making some own home videos so I can edit them and show them back home.
I also invited all my friends. They thinking, okay, you're living there already a long time. Okay, seems it's a good place if you're living there, you know. I can come to visit you and I'm always saying, okay, I will show you everything.
So after listening to all these interviews, you can find out that in this era where people have more ways to understand other cultures, where people can find ways to experience themselves, these cultures and countries, some of the perspectives, they change. And you can see what it's really like.
我们其实小学开始了解中国，就是在课堂上。
Chinese is my major, so I studied the culture and everything before.
When I go back to Austria, I can say proudly, like, look, this is made in China, this is great.
This is why this video is very significant. For us, it's very important to first understand what the misconceptions are that we have about different nations. And later, we can then use them to slowly change our perspective about the real situation. So I hope this video helps you understand what China is like to many people's eyes who've been living here, experiencing it. It's actually a very diverse nation. And in many cases, it's up to us to explore, understand, see different perspectives, listen to different people. And I personally think in order to truly get rid of these stereotypes, it's up to us to be more open-minded, to communicate, to truly experience these different cultures, and not to always separate, judge, and just be very narrow-minded about everything you know about this world.
Stereotypes kind of keep you in a box, like, oh, I don't want to stand next to somebody, they stink, or oh, why are they taking all these photos of me, get out of my face. I would use that as a way to just open up and just say, hey, fuck it, I want to go see it for myself.
Come over here and you understand what I mean.